Lewis Hart for the Ring magazine. Delighted today to join one half of the main event, Liam Cameron, ahead of your big rematch with Ben Whittaker. Liam, it's good to be speaking to you. How's things? How are you?
Very good. Can't complain. As like I said up there, as a 9-year-old, might be even 8-year-old kid purchasing my first boxing news, hoping to one day run a massive show to be in that book, and it's mad.
I was going to say, does it feel surreal? You know, you've earned the right to be here, but does it feel surreal to be sort of main event and look at sort of all the lights that are on you? Or is it part of looking at it like you're like, I earned this as well?
Yeah, definitely. I've earned right to be here. This show wouldn't be as big if I didn't do what I did in Saudi, and that don't come by luck in my eyes.
Yeah,
it's what it is.
Yeah, for yourself and what you took from the presser there, and you felt like from the first fight that it was very disrespectful looking down on you. Do you feel like now there is still that level of disrespect, or do you feel like you have earned that from the first fight?
I think I've definitely earned his respect now. There's a nervous croak in his voice. He's a not so confident guy. But I always said, like, even when the first gloves are off, that it's all an act.
Yeah.
It's not a confident guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was going to touch on it now. Talking about the gloves are off. First sort of thing to notice from it, he was being quite sort of self-deprecating, saying, look, I was exhausted, I'm Ben Whittaker. Like, what do you make of, I guess, that from what you say, that behaviour of him sort of playing down himself, really?
Well, no, he's not. He's telling truth, isn't it, to be fair?
Yeah.
So, like, that's it. It's actually, to get better, you've got to come out and do your faults, and he's actually picked up his faults, and I've got to put a stop to him Sunday.
Do you know, but like when he says that I was exhausted, I'm Ben Whittaker, like, do you think he actually believes that himself, though, of him saying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's made out in a joke, but he actually believes it, because he can't say other than them answers.
Yeah, and I guess when the egg got brought out as well, I guess what sort of running through your mind when that sort of outcomes and with that sort of behaviour?
I thought it'd be better from Ben Whittaker. I'm going to call him Whittaker then.
Yeah.
Ben Whittaker. Thought he'd have got me a chocolate egg or something. No, an Easter egg. It's Easter, but he obviously copied Eubank Jr., didn't he?
Yeah. And also, another things that he said in the original face-off, he mentioned the sort of sparring that you was having. Like, I guess when he's saying that, is it sort of what did you make of that? And like because was it not right in saying what he was in the first face-off? In the first press conference, he was sort of talking about sparring, and then I think you mentioned something about him with Liam Williams, or.
Oh no, so what happened is Callum Smith's team, I think it was like 14 weeks out from this fight, said, would you do some rounds with Callum Smith?
Yeah.
He's obviously 3 weeks out. I said, you know what, it'd be an honour to spar Callum. I've fought him before. I've known him a long time. I thought, yeah, it'd be an honour. Sparred them rounds. He actually messaged me and said he couldn't believe what's been said. But like, it's just mind games, and it don't matter.
Is it hard not to get? I guess you may have the upper hand in the mind games. Is it hard not to sort of get dragged into whatever he sort of wants to make out?
He thinks I'm being tactical. I'm not. I'm actually being myself and telling truth. We're not lying here.
And you know, a big topic, especially going into fight week, was the whole round situation. It was made aware in about mid-February. Was it frustrating? I guess you did come out and say it to the media, but when you did have to keep it quiet, was it frustrating that you knew that was going on in the background?
No, because it don't bother me. I've gone through worse stuff than getting rounds changed to less work for me. But I'd like to thank Queensbury Promotions. I'd like to thank Frank Warren, George Warren, the best manager in the world, Lee, and my trainer Pierce. They've completely changed my life. After my fight, I'm going to buy my house outright. Yeah,
because that was going to touch on there. When you have something like that going on, how important is it that you've got, finally have that team like Lee, Frank, George that have your corner and are willing to like push it to the very limit, which you obviously, with the post that you put out yesterday, you're very happy with it.
Yeah, didn't bother me one bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how it can. I don't know how it can bother me.
Do you see it as that mental benefit with yourself? Look, let's do 12 rounds, and Whittaker not being insistent on it. That is, as you say, it is like 1-0 to yourself.
That's a very bad psychological edge I have, and don't give me psychological edges. He could have called my bluff and said, right, we're having 12 rounds. Forget you, forget anything. I'll show you. And they've had to pay me a fortune to get it down.
Yeah. Last week actually, Ben Shalom made comments on TalkSport saying, look, sort of question your willingness to want the fight, especially with it dragging out so long. What did you make of that, of what Ben was saying there about the question?
I can have not wanted this fight even more. I'm here now.
Yeah.
I've begged for, not begged, but I've had to play my part to get it.
Yeah. Well, Liam, all the best on Sunday night. Appreciate you taking time to speak to me. Yeah, thank you, man. Cheers. Appreciate it.